Hi there, Libra. Welcome back to Star Lordess Tarot. I'm going to be doing your weekly read from the 27th of August through to September the 2nd. I shuffle the cards, laid them all out, so let's get to your reading, okay? First off, we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse position. And next we have the Nine of Swords in the reverse position. Followed then by the Knight of Wands in the upright position. And then we have the Two of Swords upright. And lastly, we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse position. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started on this read for you guys. And we'll see what kind of energies are around for you. Your overall energy is that of the Ten of Swords in the reverse position. And when I see this card, I do prefer to see it in the reverse position as opposed to upright. The Ten of Swords is energy of perhaps for you to be your overall energy. It could be that the week prior to there was some incident that happened. Remember, this is just a general read, so it's going to be different for all of you. There could have been something that happened in some area of your life where you felt a little bit stabbed in the back. For the energies to have been turned around, they were probably upright at one point. Maybe something happened with, in a work situation or a family situation or friends or something like that where you felt that, there could have been a fallout, there could have been arguments with coworkers, with friends, family members, or so forth. And you felt that they betrayed you somehow. In the reverse position, however, it basically goes back to that of the Nine of Swords. I'll get to that in a minute because the Nine of Swords is actually in your read too. It brings us back to the Nine of Swords where we're just sort of thinking about things. It can cause a lot of anxiety. So whatever happened, let me try and explain this in a coherent way. Whatever happened, it caused you to sort of go within to think about it. Like you were, it's sword energy, so it's thought and thought patterns. So this could have caused you to sort of go back to the Nine of Swords energy, and it could have caused some anxiety, some sleepless nights, thinking and overthinking. The Nine of Swords is a card that mainly speaks of overthinking things when it's in the upright position. So it could be for some of you, like I said, you had a fallout where you felt like, oh wow, I didn't see that coming, and it happened, and it brought you to a feeling of overthinking things and sort of wondering, like, what could I have done to have changed the situation, or for it to not happen. Now I'm going to move on because the beginning of the week has the energies, ironically, of the Nine of Swords. However, it's in the reverse position. So, which both of these cards are in the reverse position. So it indicates to me that something, like I said, may have happened last week and you guys are still feeling the effects of it. So now you have the Nine of Swords, I just explained, in the upright position. This is a card of overthinking things, worrying, staying up at night, and you can't turn your mind off. It's going and going and thinking and causing some anxiety. However, I'm happy to see this for you guys. It's in the reverse position. So whatever took place last week or maybe on the weekend or something like that, you're already getting past it. You're already the Nine of Swords in reverse is coming out of that feeling of overthinking things and feeling stressed and anxious and so forth. So you're coming out of that right off the hop, coming into the week. You're coming out of those energies. So something, for some of you, something may have happened that really sort of caught you off guard, and you weren't expecting it. Something just sort of totally, it's like one of those, I didn't see this coming, but it caused you a little bit of anxiety, but it looks like you get over it quickly. And the Nine of Swords in reverse too can also revert back to the Eight of Swords, which is a feeling of being stuck in some sort of loop. So I'm not really sure. I'm going to have to carry on with the rest of the read to see how this all plays out and makes sense for you guys. So the next card you have is the Knight of Wands in the upright position. The Knight of Wands, it is a court card, so it could be representing a person. If it's representing a person, it could be representing someone of the fire signs, which is Aries, Leo, Sag. And it could be for some of you, this person sort of comes in out of nowhere to offer you something or bring you a message about something that is quite exciting and quite interesting to you. Now, if it's not representing a person, it could just be representing the energies of the Knight of Wands in the upright position, which is pretty, it's like fast. The Knight of Wands is fast-moving energy. He's the fastest knight. He comes in quite quickly, can be representing an idea, say, for example. Maybe you have an idea that just sort of comes out of like a lightning out of the blue. It's just like, wow. You know, this is a great idea. This is a great concept, and I think I'll run with it. So if it's not representing a person coming in with sort of a message or an offer of something, it could just be, like I said, your own energy. Maybe you're just tapping into a brand new idea about moving forward with something, because the Knight of Swords is moving forward. And moving on towards the weekend, coming into the new month, which is September 1st, I guess. Friday would be the 1st of September. You have the energies of the Two of Swords in the upright position. The Two of Swords is a card of indecision, something you're very familiar with. Libras are constantly finding themselves in situations where they have to make decisions. Not the easiest thing for a Libra, because you always feel like you need to balance everything out before you make a final decision on things. You guess and then you second guess, and the mind is always very active with the Libras, and so it has to make sense to you fully before you move forward on something. So this is a card of you being in indecision. She has the blindfold on, so sometimes it's like she can't really see what it is that she needs to see in order to make a decision. So it could be, for some of you, you feel blindfolded because maybe you feel you don't have enough information, and that's why you can't really see your way forward. Some of you, it's just because you don't want to see what your two options are. Maybe you don't like the two different options, and that's why you have the blindfold on. It's like, I don't want to see this. Either way, it's a need to make a decision. And going towards the brand new month, the weekend, there is a call to make some kind of a decision. Now, moving on to the next card, we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse position. The Eight of Cups in the upright position, this is a card of someone who has a lot of emotional fulfillment and is feeling pretty good about it, but it's like something is missing. We sometimes need to move towards something that is going to help fulfill us in some kind of way. And when it's in the upright position, we're on a journey to go and find that thing. And it's going to play out differently for all of you. Some of you, it's going to play out in the realm of needing to find something else. Maybe you're emotionally fulfilled in a lot of ways, but you need something else on the creative level, for example, or on a relationship level. However, the card is in the reverse position. It's funny, Gemini got this card as well in their read. Maybe some of you are involved with the Gemini. When the card is in the reverse position, it's like going back to the Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups is a card of choices, and it could be that you're sort of rewinding and trying to find your emotional fulfillment in the past, because the tarot cards are each suit, it's kind of like they're on a journey of all different things. Some of them it's emotional fulfillment, some it's with finances and so forth, but the cup suit is about going up the ladder from the Ace of Cups on, and then when we get to the Eight of Cups, we have emotional fulfillment, but we're just going to pursue one more wish, which is the Nine of Cups that follows. But when it goes in reverse, for me, it's like you have to go back to the drawing board of something on an emotional level. It's like you almost have to go back to the past to get something. In the Seven of Cups, you made a choice, and maybe you feel that choice wasn't really correct for you. You need to go back there in order to get take a choice that perhaps you passed up in the Seven of Cups when you were going through that journey. So it's almost like you have to go back to the drawing board, not right back to the drawing board. I mean, you're still emotionally okay, but you need to go back and find something that was on option for you in the Seven of Cups at some point. So this is what I'm saying. It's an interesting read, Libra, because it's indicating like you're going full circle. There's something that is missing, something that's happened that's bringing you back almost to the past again. It's like a rerun. It's like you have to redo something. Coming into the month of September, there is a need to make the decision on whether or not to go back there and pick up that cup that you feel that you bypassed at one point in order to move forward, because you've got this idea that maybe that's what the problem is here. And it could have something, or it could not have something to do with what has just happened in the prior week with the anxiety and the feeling stabbed in the back. I'm picking up energies that this is something that has happened, and it's just happened recently, but it's somehow connected to something that happened in the past. That's why there's a need to redo something, to go back and make a choice, a decision that perhaps you didn't make prior to. So I hope this makes sense to you, Libra, and if it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Overall, it's a good reading. It's interesting reading, and I wish you all the best. So take care. Bye for now.